In the past 5 years, my body and life have transformed in ways I never thought possible. From starting hormone replacement therapy to facing the highs and lows of various organisations that I volunteered into, today I'm sharing every part of my 5 year transition journey. If you're new here, please don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can see other content with regards to being trans and other things that I am starting to do, such as more personal vlogs and also further advice that I would like to give. But without further ado, let's get into it. So this first photo, I think, is actually one of the oldest photos I have of myself, as in time from when it was taken. So this was when I was 15, so back in 2017, and this photo actually was how I came out as transgender. I uploaded this to Facebook and made it my profile picture for a few years. So for all my family and the friends that I did have in secondary school who didn't hear out in rumours that I was transgender and wanted to come out, this photo with myself with the makeup and the purple box dye hair over the summer holidays was how I did come out. I really regret that hair now. It damaged my hair so much, that box dye. I think it was one of the pound shop ones that you do get, and it had developer in it. So yeah, it pretty much fried the ends of my hair. But it was a really fun time. When I did come out in secondary school, I had basically no negative reactions from pupils. There was like one or two really unpopular kids that were assholes, but pretty much all of the girls, even ones that did make fun of me in previous years, were completely chill with me being trans, what was cool. Next up, we have what I call the immediate HRT photos. So there was one from about 7 months pre-HRT, and the rest of these are 3 months before I was due to start. So you will notice, of course, not in the first photo because I was wearing really bad orange makeup, but in these photos, my skin was terrible. So this was when I was 17, again, about several months before I was going to start HRT. And really, during that time, and for my entire teenage experience, my skin was really bad. I had some teenage acne, but when I was buying face scrubs for myself and face washes, I was always picking the harshest ones, so ones with salicylic acid, and I never use moisturiser, so my skin was just terrible. It was constantly breaking out and just red from irritation. You'll notice from one photo where I am wearing a wig and some foundation there. I think I looked slightly better, but I still just wasn't happy with my body at that time. You'll notice how gaunt I am as well. I was really underfed as a child, but then I started working in the kitchen, so I was getting a bit more food, and it was with that money that I was going to start HRT DIY again at the age of 17 right now. And it's this photo at the very end where my hair's slightly longer because it's been a few months since. This was 1 week before I started HRT. It was coming in the mail and I was ready. So these next set of photos where I'm at 2, then 3, then 4, and then 7 months HRT, and I'm immediately a lot happier. My skin's starting to improve, which is good, and my hair's continuing to grow out as well, which I was loving. And I was starting to experiment with different styles, so with makeup a bit more, leather jacket, stuff like that. I do still really like alternative scenes and kind of like rocker chick styles, which is cool. So yeah, I was just finding myself, and I was a lot more happier at this stage, coming up to probably coming towards my 18th birthday there, just before college was letting out due to COVID. And then when college did let out, because with COVID, I was in the second year of college, so that pretty much ended my college experience there, and I started to look for a job. In the meantime, I continued to experiment with different makeup and accessories. I had this really ugly green hair colour I didn't like, so I was washing that out so I could go fully blonde again, which was a lot better. It was something that I did prefer a lot more. So I went back to blonde, then with the intention of going fully blue, and this was coming up to about 11 months HRT, where I was then about to start work. when I did start this first job, which is actually the same job that I've kept to this day, my first full-time job, not much happened too quickly. I did change my hair to be blue at the 16th month mark there, which I do really love. I really want to go back to that hair colour, but unfortunately, in having to bleach it so many times, I bleached it 3-4 times in total, plus using loads of developer and toners. I really damaged my hair doing this all at home, so unfortunately, I did have to make the decision to cut off all of my hair and then regrow it from there. So that's why my hair then becomes very short. But I did like it. I felt I was rocking it quite well. That's when I started volunteering for People's Pride Southampton, and I had my first ever relationship too. So I was still going as a person really well, which I did really like. And yeah, I was just rocking it, coming up to, as I said, 16 months, 1.5 years on HRT, then to 2 years towards the end of these photos. At the same time, whilst I was just getting on with work and volunteering, I did also start laser hair removal. So I've only had 8 sessions of laser hair removal ever, really. I got that at quite good a deal, about £600 in Southampton. And yeah, it was really good. It didn't stop me from needing to shave, but it did reduce the hair growth quite a lot, so I didn't have to shave for more than 1 or 2 weeks, really, which was something which was really good for my dysphoria as well. Going into these next set of photos, it is 2022, so this is going from my second into my third year of HRT. I kept on experimenting with different hair, so I was having pinks and purples as well as blues in, which I really liked too. I just kept my head down volunteering. As you can see in one photo, I was photographed with an award, which we felt really proud by. I did some political work, so I stood up for the election for this year, and I also organised Southampton's first ever and continue to organise Trans Pride Southampton. So yeah, this was a really busy year for me, again going into my third year of HRT, and I didn't take a great deal of photos. These are one of the only fews that there are, really, rather than just random snaps of me at certain Pride events. So yeah, it was a pretty nice year. I did notice this is when I started to put on quite a lot of weight. I wasn't really realising, but I was eating a hell of a lot of food as I was taking on more and more and getting more and more and stressed out. It was still a really good year, however. Again, I took on so much, I learnt so much, and I really loved what I was doing. Just at the end of this year, where it wasn't really the end of the year, but to cap this off, I just wanted to include this little short video for a trans rights protest demo that I went to with some friends. My name's Levi, I'm the chairwoman of People's Pride Southampton, and I'm a candidate for the Trade Union Socialist Council for our upcoming Southampton elections. Thank you. I just wanted to say that there are so many people, almost further than I can see, that have came today, and I really am happy to hear that we have so much support within our own community. I've never even been to London before. Just one final thing I want to say. Trans people are actors, musicians, scientists, doctors, parents, teachers. We even come from Southampton. Our contributions are real, our rage is real, and our power is as weird as our identity.
Trans rights are human rights. Trans rights are human rights. Trans rights are human rights.
And following that, we're going into 2023 now. So this is going into my 4th year of HRT now. And again, I just kept my head down, really. I did have a really fun year. It was really stressful work, but I did plenty more volunteering. I went to my first gig, which was really fun. I saw Peter Hook and the Light, which is with Peter Hick, of course, from Joy Division, which is a band I've loved since I started HRT, basically. But at the same time, I tried to take some more time for myself and my partner. So we went travelling a lot. We went to a lot of beaches, went to Portsmouth, went to Brighton with some friends, went to the Isle of Wight. So yeah, we really did enjoy ourselves. We did a lot of Christmas market visits, and I got into writing for a news article site. So again, I did plenty of work, and this was age 21. I didn't take a great deal of photos again for another year, and this was before I started doing vlogs and stuff, so there's no videos really of me at this time. But still, it was a really fun year. I just continued to develop as a person. But towards the end of that year, when I did get HRT from the NHS finally instead of DIYing, it did come to my attention that I have very strange blood pressure, and also I was pre-obese essentially. My BMI was about 29.3 and you're obese from 29.9. So I was beginning to become more aware of the health problems that were starting to affect me, including aching muscles and joints and stuff like that. And it was going into this year now, 2024, that I did start to take action with this. And take action is certainly what I've done. So I'm down 3 stone. I've been getting into running again and weightlifting, which I absolutely love. And I've just continued to have a really fun year, I want to say. I've kept on working hard with work and with volunteering. So we've had another Trans Pride event. I think it was the 3rd one. I'm starting to lose count. And I'm now regularly speaking on the radio. I still write articles too, which I really love doing, all of this stuff. But I've been taking my health into more consideration too. So I've been trying to get plenty more walking done. I've went to pretty much all of the trans prides local to me. I've kept on going travelling places like the Isle of Wight. And yeah, I really like the stage that I've gotten to with my transition. I've started electrolysis this year, and that's going to be the next goal really, to no longer have to shave whatsoever, which is coming a reality almost now really. I will do another video about electrolysis, but yeah, it's been a fantastic year. Unfortunately, I've not been able to have the surgery that I want to have. That might well be a year or so away, depending on how I am able to get this funded privately. But yeah, everything's continuing to go in the same trajectory. I do just want to talk about how great the blue stripe in my hair has been since when my hair used to be completely blue. That stripe of blue hair hasn't been touched up in like 2 years. It is holding out pretty good too. But yeah, it's been fantastic. So that's going from 17 to where I am now, 22. My 23rd birthday's next month. And yeah, I love the way that I've been transitioning and growing as a person. And yeah, I cannot recommend estrogen enough if you're also trans like me, or questioning stuff, to really get that figured out and find what journey you have to go on. So yeah, that's the end of this video now. I'm a little bit under the weather, so I just thought I'd do maybe a quick and easy video for today, because I still wanted to produce something, and it was either this or going out and doing some research there and taking a lot of clips outside. So I thought I'd do an easier video from inside there just whilst I'm recovering. But thank you for making it to the end of my transition timeline video. I hope you found it interesting. And again, I really do recommend that you do try to discover yourself, because it is beautiful once you start to live the life that you want to live. With regards to future content, please do like and subscribe so that you do hear from me in the future. I'm going to keep on doing transgender related videos, as well as health and fitness videos, maybe more researchy driven stuff as well, and stuff about Southampton too. So you will be missing out if you don't subscribe. But again, thank you for now, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye.